In this episode of Occult Unmasked, we will see what Stephen Dollins saw when he summoned the demon Astaroth. I personally believe this story to be true, based on a few key details, which I will talk about in future episodes. I thank you for watching. Stephen Dollins. He is an ex-Satanist, but closer to an ex-sorcerer, closer to an ex-Luciferian, because unlike the atheist Satanists that are popular today, he was in a podunk town. His father died. He turned to the dark side, literally. He joined a grotto. He started practicing witchcraft. So he's an ex-witch. He throws the word Satanist around, but he's an ex-witch. He's an ex-high priest of the Church of Satan, but he became a LaVey Satanist through the mail. So he gave them money and they gave him a membership card. So he technically was a Satanist, but the thing is, if he ever drove out to Los Angeles at the time, which he did not, he would find out quickly that probably 90% of the LaVey Satanists are atheists. Whereas he was mad that his dad died, he wanted to get back at God, so he started to turn to witchcraft. He started summoning negative entities. Astaroth is one of the demons he summoned. This is the story of that encounter.
Well, let's just hurt her a little bit. Let's put a hex on her. Not a big one, just a little one. I said, oh, you mean send something after her just to make something happen to let her know we're there? She said, yes. Okay, we can do that. So what we did is we got in the circle and we summoned up a spirit named Astaroth. Now, this is supposed to be one of the hierarchy of the demons. And over in the side of the room, this orange cloud started appearing. And as it appeared, there started appearing a face out of that cloud. And guess what face it was? The Wolf Man. The thing that I'd been afraid of ever since I was a little kid. So I'm sitting there trying to make people think that, hey, I'm cool. You know, nothing wrong with me. I didn't want to show fear in front of my people, you know, my followers. And so all of a sudden, this cloud started appearing, and we told it what we wanted it to do. We sent it off, and it was gone. We came out 5 minutes later, came out of the circle, everybody talking, having a good time. We were getting ready to break the meeting up. All of a sudden, this orange cloud started appearing in the side of the room again. And I looked at it and I said, oh, everybody back in the circle, quick. We got back in the circle, and this cloud appeared again. This time, this thing was in a rage. I mean, it was angry. And it spoke to me just like I'm speaking to you tonight. I mean, that audibly. And it said, don't you ever send me after a Christian again. And I'm telling you, I mean, that's the power. This woman must have had the blood of Jesus all over her.
So this is the seal of Astaroth. The origin is the Goetia, an ancient text that surfaced in medieval times, translated into English in the medieval times. A lot of people say it's a hoax, but hoax or not, it works. But perhaps it only works with those with inborn connections or with some type of supernatural ability or are in tune with the spiritual world. Luckily, it doesn't happen for most, but this guy has the ability to summon Astaroth. He was in a white circle with his grotto, and he said the entity was in the side of the room. I always picture the corner of the room, because the corner of the room is where demons reside. Just to let you know, I'm going to mention this in a future episode. The corners of rooms are most definitely where demonic entities live. It's where they enter your room. They hang out there all the time. They pick a corner in a room and they consider it their territory. In a future video, I will go into thorough detail on this subject.
And I looked at it and I said, oh, everybody back in the circle, quick. We got back in the circle, and this cloud appeared again. This time, this thing was in a rage. I mean, it was angry. And it spoke to me just like I'm speaking to you tonight. I mean, that audibly. And it said, don't you ever send me after a Christian again.
Don't you ever send me after a Christian again.
This is his story. People will say he's crazy. Reaction cuckoo, but the fact is, the supernatural exists. The paranormal exists. The supernatural is actually natural. The paranormal is actually normal. They're just beyond our caveman perception. M theory, string theory, talks about at least 11, 12 dimensions. And I believe intelligent entities reside within the higher dimensions. I personally believe intelligent entities reside in every single one of them. I thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe. This has been John Razimus with Occult Unmasked. Be seeing you.